Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you for tuning in to the fourth video of the series to learn more about preventing depression through occupation. If you haven't watched the first 3 videos, please go and watch those first. They are provided in the description below. In the last video, we covered what activity monitoring is. We ranked your moods based on activities that you performed throughout the day or the week. We also looked at patterns with your performed activities. Today, we will discuss what values are, we'll look at your personal values, and have a chance to reflect on how frequently those values are being carried out in your life. If you recall, in video 2, we discussed the OTPF, which is the framework that guides occupational theory and practice. It states that values are obtained from one's culture and is the belief about what is morally good, right, or important. My values include my faith, family and friends, health and wellness, and career. When I look at my faith, I think of my church community. I think of me being disciplined enough and having that desire to pursue my faith on my own. This is my purpose and foundation of how I try to live my life. When I look at my family and friends, I think of my support system, but I also think of the broken relationships that have helped teach me lessons along the way. These are just a few examples of what comes to mind when I think of the values in my life. I want you to take some time to reflect on your values and what you associate with each one. I only gave you 4 examples, but I encourage you to come up with at least 5 to 10. Think about what are your values and write those thoughts down. You can write on your own sheet of paper or use the template that I've provided in the description below. Using the template, in the first column, you'll list your values. Mine, for example, were family and friends, faith, health and wellness, and career. Pause the video to allow yourself some time to reflect and write your values down in the first column, and press play when you're ready to continue. There was an article that discussed the importance of values in relation to your behavior and development. Identifying your personal values is vital in influencing how you grow and manage situations in your life. Once you have knowledge of what you consider good, right, and important, the values that you identify for yourself will influence your behavior and decisions that you make. Looking at the values that I gave you earlier on and the ones that you've come up with now, in the next step, we will rank them based on how important they are to us. My values under the first column, again, were faith, career, health, and family and friends. When we're ranking our values, 0 is the least important and 10 being the most important. So my rankings for my values are faith at a 10, family and friends at a 9, my health at an 8, and my career at a 7. Our rankings for our values will go under the second column of the template. You can pause the video to rank the values you've listed already and fill out column number 2. And press play once you're done and ready to continue. An article written discussed how ranking values and determining which ones are most important to you will contribute to how you perceive and carry yourself. Taking time to reflect on which values are most and least important aid in beginning this process of what truly matters and if you're practicing these values currently in your life. Now, with the list of values and how important they are to you, I want you to reflect on the success of these values being lived out in your daily life in the last month. When we rank these, 0 is the least successful, and 10 would be the most successful in living out these values. This number will go in your third column. For my example, I ranked my faith at a 9 because I'm very involved in my faith and I do things on my own to strengthen it consistently. I rank my family time out of 5 because I try to spend time with my family and friends, but I don't always set aside intentional time to have with them, or I have other obligations that prevent me from spending time. I ranked my career at an 8 because I'm currently pursuing my doctorate degree, completing the final stretch in my education to become an occupational therapist. I ranked my health at a 6 because I want it to be more of a priority, but I tend to put my health or exercising on the back burner compared to other aspects of my life. Take time to reflect on and rank how successfully you have lived your life in compliance with each of the values in the last month. At this time, you can pause the video to fill out the column and press play when you're ready to continue. The same article that discussed the importance of ranking your values also covers the importance of ranking successful implementation of your values into your life. Doing this, you can reflect on what it is that you say is important versus what you're doing. For example, if you say that family is a value, but when you're reflecting on how successful you're incorporating family time into your life, if you're not doing this regularly or you're spending time doing other things, you can help recognize where you can create more space for things that are more important to you. Instead of filling time with less important things, or maybe even things that you didn't realize were consuming your time. By reflecting on your personal values and how successful you are implementing them, you can come up with potential activities to engage in that line up with your values. I'll give you an example. If spending time with family is something that's important to you, but you're spending more time sleeping or watching TV, this can be an area of your schedule that can be improved on or changed. We will continue to move forward and talk about how we can start to put these reflections into actions with an activity hierarchy. Click on the link for video 5 to start planning occupations to engage in and learning more about how we can start building our own activity hierarchy. Thank you for tuning into the video.